Hi Bolovies, welcome to Community Living with your girl Malebu. If you're new to the channel, please remember to subscribe, and if you're stopping back by and just continuously supporting the channel, you know the jingle by now, so sing it with me. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. So thank you to each and every person that has been interacting with the channel in any and every way possible. It could be that you're liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. And as you guys know by now, we are running a competition, right? So I'll just show you the clip here. Maybe you've seen it on the various social media platforms that we have, where we're just posting that, okay, when we get to 1,000 subscribers, one lucky subscriber who has commented on any of the EasyEquities videos will get this 250 voucher. So it could be that they're topping up their investments because they are already investing, or they're going to start their investment journey. And hopefully they've done the referral link thing, so they already have 50 bucks from EasyEquities, and then we're topping it up with 250. They'll have 300 to continue with their investment journey. So 300 might look like, no, what am I doing? Well, how am I investing 300? It doesn't make any difference. But in the long term, as we know, investing leads to a compounding effect. It could be that whatever stocks you choose today give you maybe a 17,000% growth. So we've seen EC10 growing like that in a short period of time, or within 5 years, and it's possible on the stock market, but you need to learn how to do all those things. So today we're not going to be talking too much about the stock market, buying stocks and all those things, but we're going to be covering features that are on the EasyEquities platform, right? So today's episode will be looking at the web-based platform, meaning that we're using a laptop. So usually we look at the app-based because a lot of people probably are checking EasyEquities on their phones, so that's why we also do cover like the app-based platform. But today, for all those that like using their laptop for their investment journey, they'll be glad to see us using the web-based side. But if it happens that we can't really use it, then we'll use the app-based platform, right? So the topic that we're going to be covering is how do you transfer, how do you withdraw, as well as how do you set up a recurring payment, right, on the EasyEquities platform. And before we go into the web-based platform in the screen recording, what I want you to understand is that if you were to choose between Swift transfer and transferring within the EasyEquity platform, I've done a bit of research, so I'm just gonna put the snippet here of the research that I've done, and also the article's link will be below. Basically, it costs a minimum of 150 to do a Swift transfer, right? Whereas it only costs you about 65 rands to do a transfer on the EasyEquities platform. So in an intra transfer, so maybe you're transferring from the ZAR account to the USD account or to the AUD account, right? So it's definitely way better to do it that way. But as you guys know, I am not a financial advisor, so this is not financial advice. This is just my opinion and whatever research I have done. So you'd have to go and do your research and see which one is best, but that's what I found from my research, right? So I'm just sharing my opinion and not necessarily advice. And yes, so you'll see what to do with that. So let's head on to that side where we just show you the web-based platform. So enjoy. Okay, so welcome guys. As I've promised that today we're going to be using the web-based platform. So we're just going to do a quick Google search and go to the EasyEquities page, and then we'll go to log in. Guys, I don't know what's happening with my network. I think it's being a bit funny. So yes, I've already saved my password, so I don't have to input my password, which is good because obviously I don't want to give away my password. So as promised, we're going to be looking at 3 things today: transferring, withdrawing, and setting up a recurring payment, right? So this is the functionality that we're going to be looking mostly at. So we're going to be using the menu tab quite a number of times. That's where you're going to find the options that we're looking for, right? So I'm just going to click on the drop down menu, and then you see the different categories and also the different things that are under those categories. Under my investment, already we're seeing my recurring investment, but we're going to start with how do we actually transfer, right? So we go to my funds, the my funds category, and we'll go to the inter-account transfers in EasyFX. So there are 2 tabs or 2 pages that you can toggle between, which is transferring funds as well as transferring history. So if you just want to see all your previous transfers that you've made, this is where you'll find them, right? And then if you want to transfer funds, which is what we're looking into, this is the page that you're going to be looking into, which is the default page when you click on inter-account transfers. So you then have to select which account you want to transfer your funds from. Is it EasyEquities ZAR, EasyEquity USD, AUD, or EasyProperty ZAR, right? We've discussed the multiple accounts that are available, as well as what you can buy on these various accounts and so forth. So I'm not going to go into that. So let's just say, for example, you want to transfer, you want to take funds, not transfer. Yeah, take funds from the EasyProperty ZAR account. Then you'd have to click on the drop down menu as well, and then it shows you which accounts you can send any funds that you're transferring from the EasyProperty ZAR account, right? So at the moment it's only the EasyEquities ZAR account that you can send to. Then it'll also show you the available funds. So I currently don't have any funds in the EasyProperty ZAR account, so that's why it says 00. But for example, if I was transferring from the EasyEquities ZAR account, I have 24 rands in there, so it'll show that, okay, you actually have 24 bucks in the EasyEquities ZAR account. And then there are more options as to the other accounts that I can send my money to, or I can transfer my money to, which is the TFSA, the EasyEquity USD, AUD, and ZAR account, right? So if I was to say, okay, I want to send money to the TFSA account, then what is great about EasyEquities is that they've got signposts, so they're already telling you, okay, this is a tax-free savings account, and any amount that you deposit into your tax-free savings account will account towards your 36,000 annual contribution limit and 500,000 lifetime limit, right? So because I haven't contributed anything, it says I still have that 36,000 rands per annual limit that I can contribute towards to, right? So then I get to choose the amount that I want to transfer. So as you saw, before you select an account, let's just say, yeah, let's go to transfer history, and then we're on transfer funds. So before you select an account, there isn't that pop-up or drop-down menu where you get to select additional information. But once you say, okay, I've selected the from and to account, as we did, then you get this additional drop down, right, which just asks you how much funds do you actually want to transfer. So you've got 24 rands, so how much do you want to transfer, right? Then I'm saying, okay, I want to transfer 10 bucks, and then there are no less fees, there's no value add tax, so I can just say I agree to the terms above and click on transfer now, right? And then as you can see, that transfer is already recorded under my transfer history, and it says transfer request successfully created, right? So that is essentially how you transfer funds from one account to the other. And maybe we can just click on the account overview, and what we see is that 24 bucks has now changed from 24 to 14, and when we click on the TFSA, we now see that $10 that we've sent. So because this is an inter account, so this is done on the EasyEquities platform, it's almost in real time. So whatever you send from one account to the other, it's almost in real time. Well, with the ZAR and TFSA, I'm not sure if it'll be in real time with the EasyEquities to USD accounts, right? So this does not take into account selling instruments. It's the available funds that are there in the account that you can transfer so easily. It's not necessarily that if I sell an instrument right now, I'll be able to transfer the accounts directly to TFSA, because things like pending orders will be there, right? I'll come to explain those things such as pending orders when we go to withdrawal. So then the second thing that we're going to be focusing on is the withdrawal. How do you withdraw funds from your EasyEquity account? So as you can see, all the accounts that I have that I've activated are available for me to see. So I can also activate a new type. We've done this in the episode explaining how to activate accounts, so I'm not going to go through it, but these are the accounts that I haven't activated. So if I wanted any of these accounts, I can just activate them here, and they'll be available for me to start transacting in them and so forth. So then we're just gonna go back, because now it's on the activating accounts tab, right? So we're just gonna go back and click on withdrawals again, so that it gives us the withdrawal overview. So the account that's currently selected is the TFSA account, and it just shows me what's available, which is the 10 pack that I've sent from the ZAR account. And then it also just asks me to confirm that, okay, my banking account details is this and that and that, and then identity was verified. I confirm that the banking details are accurate, and then if I want to withdraw that amount. So earlier on, I tried this thing out, so you can withdraw as low as 50 cents. So for demonstration purposes, I'll just say I'm withdrawing the entire $10, right? This account is no longer active, but yeah, there's some topics there. So I'll just say, okay, I'm withdrawing all these amounts. So I have to actually update. I'm withdrawing the amount that's in there, which is the $10. Then when you click on withdraw, then it gives you this message that, okay, the withdrawal has been processed, and this is when you'll get it, and these are the times when they are actually able to provide you with the funds and so forth. So yeah, so this is just an account overview type of setting. So we've already covered the withdrawing part, but as I've already mentioned before, don't get used to using the withdrawal function, right? Because we're investing and not trading. So whenever you have profits, leave your profits to gain you more profits. That is not financial advice, but just an opinion, but it will help you in the long run. So the very last thing that we're covering is setting up my recurring investments, right? So you firstly have to select the account that you want. So then when it comes to setting up recurring investment, firstly you have to select the account that you're interested in, and after that you choose how do you want to set up the recurring investment, right? So because we're on the TFSA account, I'll say, okay, do you want to set up a recurring investment for a specific ETF, or do you want to set it up for a specific basket and bundle, or do you want to take it to the available funds component, right? So this means that this is the money that's going to be here if you're setting it up. If there's a debit order, or if there's like a deposit, so it'll be here, and then it'll take the money from here. So right now we'll say, okay, you choose from the three options. So if we were to do the recurring investment for ETF, we'll probably have to go to the ETF. So right, it takes you to all the ETFs that are available. So let's just say we want to set up a recurring investment for the Cetrix Top 40, and we want to buy it for maybe, let's just say 500 per month. And then right now it asks you, do you want to just do a once-off payment or a recurring payment? Then you'll click on recurring, and then recurring again, right? And then the additional information that you'd have to now go and populate. What would you like the annual increase percentage to be like? So the default value is 10%, but you can change it to any percentage. I think you can even change it to 0. This is not like a mandatory percentage. It's just that they're recommending maybe you've got like the 10% one as they did, or if you want to say 14, any value is fine. It just has to be between 0 and whatever value that you want to increase it at, right? Or a positive value. Then you choose how you want the transaction fee to be included or excluded. Then the other thing that you choose is a payment method. So do you want them to debit your account, or do you want them to use the available funds in whatever account that you're currently setting up this recurring payment under? So if it's a TFSA account, you will deposit money into the TFSA account, and then they will withdraw the 500 from there, or they will basically debit from your account and not necessarily go into your bank account, right? So then what you'd have to do is choose the period that they'll be debiting this account. If you choose the debit order from your bank account, so would it be monthly, quarterly, or annually? And then you'd have to select the day. Okay, if it's monthly, it'll be on the 1st of each month, then they'll be taking these funds and so forth. If it's quarterly, you'd have to choose the day and the month. If it's annually, you'd also have to choose which day and month do they take this, right? And then because we chose the debit order function, then they just ask you to confirm that, yeah, these are the banking details and so forth, and then you'll press continue. But I'm not trying to set up this recurring payment or recurring investment, so I'll not go on with this. And also I'm no longer using this bank account, which is good for demonstration purposes, because even if you guys take the bank account number, it's not gonna help anyone. I'm not using it anymore. So yeah, that is it when it comes to setting up recurring payments or recurring investments. So if you guys have any question regarding transferring, withdrawal, recurring investments, please comment down below. I very much urge you to learn how to use the platform more effectively, so that you know what's available, right? So next week we're going to be covering, I think next week might be our last episode regarding this. So yes, so next week is definitely our final episode regarding EasyEquities. Well, in the year 2021. Might be that in the future we cover EasyEquities, but in the year 2021 it will definitely be our final episode for EasyEquities. So I will be covering more features. I haven't yet decided which features I'm going to be covering or what topic I'm going to be covering, but definitely tune in as well. And if you have maybe topics that you think I should be covering or features that I should be covering, please do leave a comment down below. Okay guys, we are back. So I really hope that you enjoyed seeing how to transfer, how to withdraw, how to set up a recurring payment. We definitely don't want to use that withdraw functionality too often, right? So EasyEquities is not a trading platform, it's an investing platform. So they've got a sister company called GT47 or GT something. It's GT and then a number, right? So go and look out for that one if you are more into trading than you are into investing. So it might be slightly more beneficial to look at it from that perspective than using EasyEquities as a trading platform, right? So that's why I am sort of recommending that we don't use that feature as much, you know, because then it'll end up being like some of our savings account where you put money today, 3 months from now, even when you don't have an emergency, you withdraw the money and so forth, and you never really get the benefits of either having an emergency fund or having savings towards something. Because, you know, when we save, we're saving towards a goal, and when we're investing, usually it's also towards a goal to say, okay, I want to invest X amount of money each month or each term or each whatever, right, so that I get X amount of money at the end, right? So that is basically why we're investing, so that we grow our money through some period, or we earn some form of an income from the money that we're trying to grow, right? So please don't use that functionality as much as you want to when you're starting out, because some people will be like, oh, I just got like some profits, so I want to take them out. Don't let those profits grow and grow and grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. So yeah, that is my recommendation. Obviously you will do your research and find out what works best and so forth. So thank you guys, I love you, and let's just continue praying for our country, continue praying for peace, for unity, and for just the areas that are affected, that may they be able to rebuild from the rubbles, may they be able to prosper even with the situation that is currently happening, or that has currently affected so many people in these different regions. And for the regions that have not been affected, may we pray that may there be continued peace, may there be continued unity, may people see that this is not going to help our country in any manner possible. Right, so let's just continue to pray, and let's just continue to exalt the name of God above all these situations, because he is the great I am, and there's no other name above his name, right? So I'm not trying to turn this into a religious thing, but I definitely believe in God, and I definitely believe in the power of prayer, and I definitely believe that our prayer is important for our country to rebuild and really see this for what it is, and see ways of moving forward from this situation. So yeah, let's definitely pray, let's definitely chip in where we can, let's definitely rebuild. I think we're gonna come out very strong from this, and yeah, and so forth. So thank you guys, and I love you. May God bless you and yours. Enjoy the rest of your week.